Hi guys, I'm Dave in real life and welcome to today's unmissable prediction video for Clash in Paris. Yes, it is this weekend, Clash in Paris. Yeah, looks like a pretty decent card, to be honest. Only 5 matches so far announced. Was 1 match called off, which we will talk about in this video. Yeah, without further ado, we are going to go straight to it and talk about our first match, which is Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed. Yeah, obviously the last couple of weeks, or at least a month now, since Roman's return at SummerSlam, we have seen Bronson Reed steal his shoes. Yeah, he's the tribal thief. Now wearing the shoe La Fala. Yeah, I feel that this is a bit of a stretch that Roman is going after his shoes. I mean, yeah, it's a bit of fun, this little angle, and I don't mind it. And yeah, it's just a bit of fun with Bronson Reed now wearing a shoe La Fala. Yeah, but you know, in all sense and purposes, I do think Roman gets his shoes back, and I think that Roman Reigns picks up a massive victory here. I just think it's a fun little feud, and can't wait to see what actually happens during this match. Braun Breaker will probably be in the corner of Bronson Reed as well. Maybe this brings out Jay or Jimmy or somebody like that. I don't know. But yeah, this is going to be a fun little match. And of course, Roman is the one that I am picking to win. Then we've got the IC Championship match, Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. I see this only going one way, and that is Becky retains. We're in Paris. There's not going to be major title changes here abroad. They'll wait until they're at least back in America for that. So, yeah, I've got Becky Lynch retaining. We've got a Donnybrook match between Sheamus and Rusev. This has got to be their last outing together. I think they've fought for the 4th time now. So, yeah, I feel that this has got to be the last match, and I'm going for the Irish fella, Sheamus. Yes, it's the only time I'm going to go for an Irish fella. Okay, that was probably out of order, and I do apologise for that. Yeah, if you know, you know, and hopefully that situation sorts itself out in the near future. But anyway, I'm going for Sheamus. Then we've got You Can't See Me, John Cena's last appearance in Paris, and he's up against that YouTuber fella. You know, these YouTuber fellas, just not worth it, are they? Logan Paul. Yeah, I got John Cena winning, but then I've also got Brock Lesnar coming down to the ring. But instead of Brock Lesnar getting the F5, we do get an attitude adjustment from John Cena, setting up their match, hopefully, at WrestlePalooza. But yeah, I do see Brock Lesnar showing up in Paris on Sunday night. Then quickly we have to the main event. Only 5 matches announced for this show, which seems 1 match weaker than it was meant to be. But we have got LA Knight, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, the champ, and CM Punk in a fatal 4-way for that World Championship. Like I said before, with this being in Paris, I only see one possible outcome, and that is Seth freaking Rollins retaining by any means necessary. I mean, what's good about this is that you've got LA Knight, Jey Uso, who can heat the pin instead of CM Punk, costing CM Punk, obviously, his championship that he lost at SummerSlam after beating Gunter for that said championship. I mean, yes, there's a lot of heat between Seth and CM Punk, and I do think they will get a match further down the line. Don't know if that would be at WrestlePalooza or Survivor Series, but I feel that they are on a collision course where CM Punk finally wins his championship, but it's just not going to be in Paris. I've got Seth retaining all day long. A little bit of a side note is that Stephanie Vicker was meant to have her title match. She's #1 contender to the now vacated World Championship from Raw. Obviously, Naomi has had to give up the title because of the pregnancy. Yeah, I talked about this on numerous occasions during the live streams that I think this is a bit of a cop-out by WWE. I don't think they want to crown a new champion, especially not in Paris, abroad. I think they want to do this in front of an American audience. So yeah, I do think that the Raw before this show is going to reveal who the number one contender will be for Stephanie Vaquer to face. I mean, yes, it's a bit weird, right? Because Stephanie Vaquer is number one contender for a title which is vacant. And now we've got to find another number one contender to face Stephanie Vaquer for that champion. It's very crazy. It's very mental. And I wish they could have just done this match at Clash. It would have made a lot more sense. But I feel like now, with this being taken off the card, we are one match short. And obviously, suggestions they could just fill the void with the WWE Female Championship match, Tiffany Stratton versus ... But I don't think there's enough build for that. But then, obviously, we saw on SmackDown this past week an RKO from Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. I mean, they've got a steady little feud going. They could certainly have a match at Clash. So, yeah, they could just shoot on that extra match. I don't think anybody would complain. That's if they go that way, or they could just have the Wyatt Six take on the number one contenders, which will be revealed on SmackDown on Friday. I mean, there's a room for one more match on this card. I'm not particularly sure which match that will be. But it's just a shame on Stephanie Vaquer. I think that this is a bit of a cop-out by WWE. They could have sorted this out. We don't need a tournament. We don't need battle royals. Io Sky was the obvious choice to face Stephanie Vaquer for that vacated championship. Nobody would have argued that. But yeah, I think WWE will try and find a way of getting Rhea Ripley involved with that, because obviously, they are so sold on Rhea Ripley right now, which I'm not going to complain about. I like Rhea Ripley, but they should have just gone with Stephanie Vaquer versus Io Sky and have that championship on the line. They could have done a ladder match. They could have done anything. Just the winner gets the championship. It doesn't really matter. But the fact that they bailed, didn't want to do it in Paris, just says a lot from WWE, to be quite honest with you. So, not happy with that outcome, if I'm being brutally honest. I think, anyway, the biggest question is, where's Stephanie Vaquer been these last couple of weeks? We haven't seen her on Raw for about 3 weeks now. So maybe there's something else going off, what we don't know about. It's left a lot of questions in my mind anyway about Stephanie Vaquer. But yeah, hopefully we get some answers sooner rather than later. So yeah, just to recap my predictions. I've got Roman beating Bronson. I've got Becky retaining. I've got Sheamus winning the Donnybrook match. I've got John Cena winning Logan Paul, but he gets face-to-face with Brock Lesnar at the end. And I've got Seth Rollins retaining his World Championship. Let me know what your predictions are in the comment section below. And make sure that you join me on Sunday for that live watch along. It's going to be a blast as always. And if you just before then, we have got this live SmackDown stream as well. If you're in the UK or you want spoilers, you American friends who can't be bothered to wait for the main show to be aired on the USA Network, you're quite welcome to come and join me for that early showing of SmackDown. So yeah, it's going to be a blast this weekend. Make sure that you're a part of it. I've been Dave in real life. You guys have been awesome. Till the next time. Bye for now.